What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our battle report update for yesterday's Ultimate Cup with Play TCG. This is the last Ultimate Cup I'm really going to get to try my hardest for, because unfortunately for the Gen Con ones that I'm signed up in August, I have to drop the events after round 3 because I got something going on those days, so I won't be able to do anything more than 3 rounds of each of those. But yeah, so this was the Ultimate Cup because it's the last online one other than the Gen Con ones before we get new prizing. And congratulations, I got 43rd place. So I did top 64. I got one BurningGreymon, one Agumon. If I want more, I'm going to have to pick up the other ones. But yeah, I managed to get one BurningGreymon, so I'm super happy about that. Would have loved to get more, but we'll unfortunately they're switching the prizing in September. But we're going to talk about the deck that I ran, which is Imperialdramon. We're going to talk about the matchups like always and how things went. And yeah. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, let's get into it here. So I did 43rd place, and it was top 64, and with the blue-green Imperialdramon deck that I think I just profiled. I'll link the deck profile in the comments probably. And so this is the deck I took here. We'll go through the deck here. Digimon and from BT16 and BT12. Now this could go either way. I saw the guy who won last week at the regionals was doing 3 of this and 2 of this. I thought I preferred draw power, but honestly this came up a lot. You get so much good draw power from your Vmon, your Stingmon that's recurring that you don't, and you Digivolve so much that you draw a lot. So honestly, I potentially could see switching that to 2 and that to 3, because having that 1000, especially in the mirror match, does come up. So yeah, I think I might be on the other way around. I was thinking, man, I would like to draw early in the game. Although you got to think about it, if you're having trouble getting to your pieces early in the game, this could be better. So I might be, remiss to switch it up, but that's more testing, right? Getting into the main deck here, we played 4 of each of the Vmons like usual. Always really good. This is the one you want to put on the stack. These are the ones you want to play for free. Basically, I would always play a Vmon over a Wormmon because I have 2 Davises, so more targets. So generally, I played this more often than that. But this was still really good. I played a lot of Wormmons. This guy came up once or twice. This was really good. Being able to Digivolve from the trash for cheap cost is really good. XV, I didn't mind only having 5, especially because you want this guy. Because it's really hard to do the plays if you don't have at least one guy that gives you memory. One of these 2 guys. This was a good ratio. Like 5 and 5 was a good ratio. Especially because this guy right here he's your green-blue if you don't have anything. And most of the time you can play him on a Vmon, so he only Digivolves for 2, so that's really good. So as long as you have one of these guys, and this guy, Imperialdramon did put in some work suspending stuff, so that was good. So definitely like this ratio here. I think it's good. I think you only need one of this, because honestly this isn't that great. It's got jamming, but you don't want to ever have to use it. Yeah. And because at least if you hit an option card with the Imperialdramon, you get partition, whereas you don't get anything if you hit an option card with this. Especially with 7 Demon Lords and other decks like that right now, you were just dreading what's coming out of security sometimes. So yeah, I definitely think these are the way to go. I don't think I would change that. It was fairly consistent. You do search a lot, you do draw a lot, so you should be able to get to your pieces. So yeah, and then the Imperialdramon, perfect. Got out for that guy. He's so amazing. 2, this guy is perfect. Just speeds up your plays. And then I did like the one Dino B. It did come up a couple times. You could play a 3rd starter deck one, but I did like having one of these because it suspended my opponent's Digimon and made it so I'd be able to attack over it, which is great. And it's 12k if you have the right Demi V underneath it, and as well as having that inheritable to, to delete an opponent's Digimon by battle and trash top card security is also really good, especially in, like I said, in a format where you're worried about option cards. So yeah, that's really good. I played it this way with the Imperialdramons, or Imperialdramons. This is great. Being able to like rush sometimes if you can gain enough memory off Digivolutions. I did one time where I DNA'd like three. I DNA'd 3 times because I was gaining so much memory off of the things. Like I DNA'd, gained enough memory to go into him, DNA'd again, gained more memory, and then I think I hidden potential discovered, and then DNA, and then went into this guy again, and then DNA'd again. And yeah, it was just super good. So I do like 2 and 2. This guy's really great. He's amazing. He is the better one, but this is just ways that you could just destroy for game really quickly. And then these guys right here, I know a lot, like the guy who topped wasn't playing this. He was just playing 3 of this and then the 4 of this. I like this. I like this a lot. Because sometimes it's bad to go into an ace because you know that your opponent's going to be able to kill it the next turn. And if you know your opponent's going to be able to kill it next turn, then you know they're getting overflow 4, which is not great for you. So being able to go into this instead is better. It has a really great ability to just send stuff back, and it puts your Imperialdramon Dragonmo back in your hand so you can use it again. So that's super strong. And then it has security, attack plus blocker, and it's 15k automatically because if you're going to have a Imperialdramon underneath it, you're going to have a green or a blue under it, so you're going to have 2k from its Altern's ability. So that's super strong. 15k, hard for your opponent to get around. That and then Tamers, yes, you need 4 of this. Opening this a lot was really helpful. Games where I didn't see this, it was really hard. Some of them I won, some of them I lost. And then, of course, Davis. Davis is good. If you can play a Davis, it's worth it. And then the options. This was really clutch, too, being able to Hammer Spark for extra memory. That really helps you, speeds up your plays. I wouldn't change that. You can't change this. This is too good. And, of course, Giga Death did come up where I used it a couple times, and it was really good. Yeah. So Giga Death, yeah. I used it on an ace card, so it only cost 6. Put my opponent in a place where he could make a tiny bit of a comeback, but not a huge comeback. So that was great. Yeah. Giga Death. That's the deck, guys. Worked out very well. Very happy with it. So here were the matchups. Round 1, my opponent never showed. Round 2, my opponent had to go to work, so he dropped. So I didn't actually play until the 3rd round when I finally actually got to play. Round 3, beat Numi in game 1. We didn't just beat it at the very end of game 1. We didn't even get into game 2. Round 4, lost to Yellow Vax in game 1. We got to the very end of game 1, and then that was it. And it was just a back and forth, and oh my gosh, he double emperored me, and double what's his name? Cutemon? Not Cutemon. Pillowmon. I think it's Pillowmon. Whichever one stops you from playing. Whichever yellow card stops both players from playing cards by effects. So eventually shutting down my Davises and a lot of my plays, and then me having to get around it to do my plays, and then to go into the guy. And basically he just gave him, by stalling, he just gave himself enough time to draw into his pieces so he could go off with his Yellow Vax Magnamon play. And unfortunately, at that point, I couldn't do anything. because he only had like one security left at the end of the game, but he had multiple TKs on the board. He had Magnamon X, which I could not get around anyway. There was like no way for me to get around it, so it was just unfortunate. And then yeah, it was just too big, too big. Yeah, it was silly, but that's the way it is. And then yeah, so Magnamon. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it was just something I couldn't get around. Magnamon X is just too difficult to get around. And then round 5, I beat the mirror match in game 3. So I went to game 3. It was turboed. I turboed harder, so that was great. I was close there, but yeah. And then round 6, I beat Lugamon in game 2. So I 2-0'd him. Just again, turboed really fast, faster than he could. I managed to Imperialdramon Fighter Mode ace him both games, which was really great when he went into his Luga play. Made it really hard for him to deal with it. And then round 7, got smashed by Numamon. I didn't draw badly, but I didn't draw that great. And he just destroyed me with Numamon. Just Uko, and just pumped out his stuff super fast. And yeah, just got wrecked. And then round 8, I lost to 7 Demon Lords in time. Because of tiebreakers, because I won game 1, he won game 2, like literally like seconds before time. Had I just thought out my plays a little bit more, he would have lost because we were in tiebreakers due to the fact that there was no ties available because Bandai we're using the TCG Plus app now, and Bandai hasn't figured out how to do ties on their app in over 2 years of operating their app. So that was unfortunate. Tiebreaker rules is if you get to time, you do the best 5 turns in 5 minutes, and to see if somebody can win. If that doesn't work, you go by the number of security, and then if that doesn't work, you go by the number of cards in your deck. So I made a misplay there because I didn't know how much time we had left. I thought I'd be able to win. I allowed his Lucamon to give him a security and trash one of mine. Then I went into the Imperial the Paladin mode, not Paladin mode, Imperialdramon play. Checked 2 securities, survived, and then I went just continue on because I was going to be able to check more cards, and we ran into time. So we both had 4 security, so we had to count the number of cards in our deck. So at that point, I lost because I had been drawing more cards than him because of the draw power of the deck and the plays. And yeah, so I lost because of tiebreakers, which was kind of dumb because yeah, had I not tried to save my Davis and Ken Tamer to play my guy for free, we would both had 5 security. I still would have had enough memory to do the Imperialdramon play and then check 2 security. So at that point, I would have been at 5. He would have been at 4. So it is unfortunate. I did kind of give him the game that way, but I just didn't understand tiebreakers because it's never happened to me before. And had I understood that a little bit better, I probably wouldn't have done that. So yeah, no, I thought we had longer, honestly. I thought we had more of a turn, but we didn't. So that was unfortunate. So we'll have to wait and see. So unfortunately, I did lose that one, but I kind of felt like a fake loss, if you know what I mean. And then round 9, I managed to win again against a mirror match. I won game. I think we went to. I don't think we went to game 3. I think I managed to pull off good enough hands, lock him out. Actually, game 1, I did really well, just destroyed. Game 2, it was back and forth. I got him down to 1 security, but I managed to have a partition, so he had to put 2 guys back on the board. He couldn't get rid of either of my guys because they were unsuspended. He did suspend both of them, but that was after attacks. So I did have lots of cool abilities. And then I went into my Imperialdramon, and I got around his Imperialdramon because I didn't play anything by effects. Went into Imperialdramon, used my Davis and Kens to strip his sources so that I could go into, and I had enough memory with the memory I gained from just being able to go into the DNA Digivolve to go into fighter mode, Ace for free. Well, not for free, but basically Digivolve for 5, and then send back his Imperialdramon Dragon mode, and basically just attack twice for game. So it was good, really good. I enjoyed it. I had lots of fun. Great time. I was so excited because I really wanted a BurningGreymon, so I was excited to get top 64. That was my only goal. I would have loved to do better, but I'm not being greedy because I have been having a hard time at Ultimate Cups lately. I've been doing good at regionals, but Ultimate Cups I've been doing worse at Ultimate Cups. So getting that top 64 with a 6-3 record was pretty good. I was hoping to go 7-2 at least, but didn't quite make it. But we'll see what happens next time when we get to our September Ultimate Cups, when we get new prizing. But anyways, that's all we got for the video, guys. Tell me what you guys think. This battle report update. Yeah, I'm super excited, and I'm so glad I was able to do this good. Shout out to my friends at the Burke City Discord, who always help me test and give me advice and stuff like that. That's really great. You guys are great. Anyways, looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.